And so we'd like to welcome you to this platform.
Officials of government. They are announced the arrival of His Excellency
The E-Mansion
President
platform,
of the Republic.
right here on the grounds of the Executive Mansion, and His Excellency the Liberian leader, President Joseph Nyuma Boakai, is just entering the hall right here in the palace of the Executive Mansion. I'm Emmanuel Kippard, and His Excellency takes his seat right here.
Good morning, everyone.
For this occasion, we go
We
to
want
the
to
podium.
welcome you to this brief press kick-out. And we'll have Mr. Robert Friedland of HPS and His Excellency President Joseph Boakai will begin with Mr. Friedland to give you a little briefing of the conversation that emerged. But prior to that, we will have the Minister of Finance to say 2 words, and then
And that's the Press Secretary, Gula Fufana.
Mr. President,
and remarks.
Mr. Friedland of the HPS, Mr. Kumei, the Buma Africa Group, and delegation of the HPS as well. Fellow colleagues of the Cabinet, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today happens to be a great moment in our history because we come at a time that Liberia needs to transition and create the opportunities for the Liberian people in terms of jobs that will be sustainable, and that sustainable jobs will be on the basis of the infrastructure we need. So as we gather here today, our gathering is occasioned by a strategic partnership that lays out a framework agreement between HPS, the Buma Group, and the government of Liberia that positions for a multi-user operator framework that allows for the use of our railway. So in that context, what happens between Liberia and Guinea is that corridor that we are seeking to open. That takes away the binding constraints around how trade across our country, Guinea, and the opportunities to bring not just only in rail, but it's also going to open up the possibility for infrastructure along electricity, ports advancement. So Mr. President, we are pleased that such framework strategic partnership between the government of Liberia can lay out a new beginning for our country to move forward. So on this note, we will allow for Mr. Friedland to just give a brief of what this strategic partnership means for your side and our side as the government of Liberia. Thank you.
And
Your Excellency,
Mr. Finland will
Mr. President, members of
address the body.
Of Liberia, all protocols observed. My name is Robert Friedland. I'm the chairman and founder of iPulse, an American company, which is the parent company of HPS, which is run by Mr. Barnes, our CEO. We're an American company that has worked in this region for many years. In fact, our group has worked in Africa for over 40 years, developing resources in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, South Africa, Niger, and many other African countries. We're honored today to tell you that we would like to take the first important steps to put together an international consortium to build a new corridor of infrastructure development in this part of the world. linking the Republic of Guinea and Liberia, joining their hands in mutual accommodation to develop the strengths and skills and natural resources of this region. This is not a mining project. This is a project to develop a multi-user corridor, open to everyone, independently managed, in an absolutely open and transparent manner to develop this region economically. And to that end, we'll announce the details shortly of our first initial agreement to seek support from the government of the United States of America, the G7 nations, and any other friendly nation that would like to assist in opening up the green mineral wealth of this part of the world. Liberia is blessed with abundant iron ore, precious metals, agricultural production. Guinea is also blessed with abundant iron ore and agricultural potential that desperately needs access to the sea. I was born in 1950. It's been some 50 years since the Liberian Railroad was originally built. It's time to build a new rail and port with the world's best environmental and governance standards. So we will seek the support of the United States of America and other friendly governments in this region to work with Liberia, a country with a unique history with the United States, to open up its economy and begin a new era. And with those words, I congratulate His Excellency on his election to the country, to his dedication to the principles of transparency, openness, and benefit for all Liberians. And in fact, the benefit should go to everyone in Guinea and in Ivory Coast and also the surrounding nations. Ivanhoe Mines, a company that I had the privilege to found, has over 20,000 employees in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. We're proud of what we have done there, even with Chinese partners. And we worked in South Africa with Japanese partners. We welcome partnerships from all over the world. And today, we bring also a very strong South African partner who's sitting next to me, my old friend and mutual friend, Mr. Robert, who's come from South Africa to support all of our efforts. We will also invite the South African government to come and support this project. As an older brother in all of the African developments, we have a seasoned entrepreneur with the same name that I carry. And God willing, we'll be able to get this moving very quickly. We will announce the details of a working group to start the Liberty Corridor. The name will be the Liberty Corridor. It will be a corridor for telecommunications. It will be a corridor for energy. It will be a corridor for rail. And it will be a corridor that will allow the development of agricultural production, such as Firestone, which is ultimately held by Japanese interests, the Bridgestone Tire Company, and it will allow the development of mining resources as well. Resources of which Liberia is very well blessed and most underdeveloped. Those kind words, please await a more formal statement that will issue to the press, and I turn over this bill to His Excellency the President of Liberia. Thank you.
All right, the first day of the
Thank you very much. And His Excellency will make 1 or 2 remarks, and then we will take just 3 questions, one from this side of the room, the other from this side of the room, and one from the radio people. So, yes, His Excellency, Mr. President.
His Excellency the President
Robert,
of the Republic of Liberia.
and Brown, the peers and members of your delegation, members of the cabinet, president. It's been less than a month since our inauguration, and to see that today we're sitting here to discuss the investment package, not just the benefit of the railway, but the kind of social, economic development around that is a big blessing to this country. We didn't believe it was going to happen so early, but I want to say we come with a new mentality in this country where we believe that we have to prove to our partners that we are serious with business, we are serious to be accountable, we are serious to be honest, and that corruption will not be a hindrance to this administration. I want to say thanks to all of you, our ministers, and all of you who have been involved in this exercise. That will prove to the world that we're ready for business. We're ready for Liberia to deliver goods to its citizens. I want to thank all of you for being here, and I want to say to the two Roberts, thank you very much. And in Liberia, to say the boss lady, thank you very much for this. This is a sad American investment in this country says a lot about the relationship in the over the years. Thanks again, and we can't wait to see this happen. Thank you very much.
His Excellency.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And we'll take the first question from his end. You call your name, your institution, and keep your question.
And the Master of Ceremonies there, the Presidential Press Secretary.
Yes.
Will come up with the question.
Thank you. My name is Anthony Jefan from the Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. I have two questions, one for the President and so Mr. President, thank you for opening up for such developmental initiative for our country. I'm concerned, how do you see the move by HBX? How do you see it with your mind in developing Liberia? Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next one there.
Question number one.
Do you have a question? Yes.
And we're coming to you from the Palace of the Executive Mansion.
My name is Joseph Daniels, and I work for thank you for allowing us to have this meeting. Today we have discussion, and we are now reading and reading the press, telling the Liberians about what was discussed. A lot of people will be concerned as to how soon Liberia will begin to bring a dividend from this discussion.
Thank you. The last question, and then we'll respond to all the women in the institution.
Another question, but as we said, Madam Kula Fafana.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Robert Finney. My name is Moses Fakolo, and I report for the University of Liberia. My question is directed towards Mr. Finney. My understanding is that you tried to create a same multi-sector, that's multi-railroad user shape partnership with the former government, which did not materialize. So what different this time are you bringing for which is different in terms of negotiations and benefits to the people of Liberia? Maybe I should say, what is the employment benefit that people stand to gain from your investment?
Thank you. Just to go over the questions for your understanding. The first question was in connection to Mr. President, what does this opportunity mean for Liberia?
Press Secretary.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Fenner will just reply to those, and how soon should we see the actualization of these discussions, and also what this discussion, how different is it going to be from the engagement with the previous administration? Thank you.
Presidential Press Secretary, Madam Kula Fafana, reiterating the question.
Nothing is easy, man. This is quite different than what we've attempted in the past. I'm now going to introduce the Chief Executive Officer of HBX. The press has repeatedly and incorrectly reported that I, Robert Friedland, run HBX. There's no truth to that at all. The Chief Executive Officer is right here, Ms. Bronwyn Barnes. Our companies are investors in HBX, as are many American financial institutions. HBX is a completely independent American company, and we want to tell you there's nothing easy about infrastructure development. It takes a long time, a lot of effort, a multi-billion-dollar investment. What's different now is this is not a fight over the existing, tired, old railroad. This is a discussion about building a brand new rail and port for Liberia, open to everyone, open to agriculture, passenger traffic, and the mining industry. Engineered, designed, and constructed openly by an international consortium that we think can include the United States government and other friendly governments interested in helping this region. With that, I will introduce the real president and CEO of HBX, Ms. Bronwyn Barnes, to answer a few questions and clear up any confusion. Thank you.
And he's the CEO of
Thank you, Robert.
HBX.
I'm very fortunate to not only be here in Liberia representing HBX to discuss this incredibly exciting opportunity. I'm also very fortunate to have as one of my shareholders and biggest supporters in Mr. Robert Friedland. So I really acknowledge the support that Mr. Friedland gives to HBX. As Robert said, I'm the President and CEO of HBX. And here on my right is Ambassador Peter Farm, who is the Chairman of HBX. The letter of intent that we have signed today is to form a tripartite working group. And the members of the tripartite working group will be the Government of Liberia. It will be Nyuma Africa Group, which is owned by highly respected businessman and entrepreneur Robert Gamade, who's sitting here on my left, and of course HBX as a US company that has operations both in Guinea and Liberia. The goal of our tripartite working group will be to reach an agreement very quickly. Within the next 30 days is our goal, to form an agreement as to how we will build, own, and appoint an independent operator to construct the Liberty Corridor. And as Mr. Friedland has pointed out, the Liberty Corridor is a brand new infrastructure investment. It will comprise a world-class railway connecting Guinea to the coast of Liberia. It will involve the construction of a new deep water port at a site to be determined in conjunction with our colleagues in the Government of Liberia. It will involve the expansion of hydroelectric reticulation of energy along the Liberty Corridor. It will involve the upgrade of road from the Nyuma district of Guinea to the coast of Liberia, and it will also include high-speed fibre optic telecommunications infrastructure. So this is a massive project that has the potential to impact more than 2 million people who live within the footprint of the corridor. This is not an easy project. It will take time to work out the details. It will take time to find the right financial investors to support the project. But we're very confident that under the leadership of His Excellency the President's Government of Liberia, that has such a strong commitment to now develop the economic potential of this country in an open and transparent and collaborative manner, that we will be able to progress with this project relatively quickly. So thank you all for your attendance today. We will be making a further press release later on, which will contain the details that I know that you will all be seeking, because everybody loves to see something in writing. So we are working on that as we speak. We will have that out for you later today, and thank you very much for the opportunity to talk with you.
All right, and we will this time, I'm sure, get
Thank you very much. And thanks to the media for your coverage. And as you mentioned, there's going to be a communique that will outline these discussions that happened this morning and what you've heard. So we're going to work with the team so that we'll give you the details going forward. So again, thank you. Thank you all. This concludes this press tape out. And the next thing that's going to happen, we're going to do like a group photograph of our people. So it's going to happen in this space here. We're supposed to do it by the seal here. So we'll ask our people on the side to please properly line up. And then let's do that real quick. Because it's been a busy day. A lot of meetings happening.
We're coming to you live from the palace of the Executive Mansion. And Madam Kula Fofana, the Presidential Press Secretary, making sure to coordinate activities as they unfold right here. But yes, His Excellency will be exiting the palace. He will be joining the for the photo shoot. By the way, President Boakai will be joining in for the shoot. We trying to get
like a curve, like a C shape. Exactly. So you want to be in the photo? Yes. You want to be in the photo? It's a photo opportunity. Alright. Give your best smile, the best.
posting
Smile.
the photo shoot.
More development. Okay. All right. Thank you all. Thank you.
And that will do it. The president will shake hands with some guests from a part of his delegation. And we've been coming to you live on the Immersion platform from the palace of the Executive Mansion as His Excellency the President and entourage will exit the hall. Fun on behalf of the media team.
So to the journalists, y'all just wait around for the continuation of our weekly press briefing.
Presidential Press Secretary, Madam Kula Fofana. My name is Emmanuel Kippard, and we like to say thanks a million for being a part of this broadcast.